Greetings and good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Jurassic World Evolution 2. I don't know if we'll do challenge mode. I think I've said it before, but I do not know if I'll end up doing any of these challenges because I don't really like. They're all cosmetics, and it'd be cool to unlock them all. But I doubt I'll actually do the challenges. For now, I think we're going to continue with the Chaos Theory campaign, and we'll go down the difficulty list. So we'll do the Isla Sorna Site B. Rebuild what was once meant to be Jurassic Park San Diego, originally abandoned by John Hammond for his grander vision of Jurassic Park. InGen are back with plans for a park set to entertain the masses. Yeah, sure, it shouldn't change. Like, it shouldn't really matter if we do it out of order, right?
Humanity and dinosaurs were never intended to be this close to one another. San Diego deserved better. So too did the dinosaurs.
Well, technically it's out of order then.
Well, they're predictable, curious, greedy. These intruders caused more.
There is no way to escape
than
or skip.
anyone could have imagined.
Because this is
In
the
the
third
time
movie.
we'd been away, people had gone from caretakers to threat. Simon Masrani wanted to
I'm
realize
actually glad
John
we're
Hammond's
seeing
vision.
this.
Bigger,
We'll watch
grander,
this again
more ambitious than the
when
original.
next we play this and do the other campaign, because I'm going to go back and do it in order.
To hunt, to feed,
I just like doing it in
carve out
order.
their niche in this strange new world.
The phone.
Let's see
The
how
phone.
things play out when we add you to the mix. Try not to get in their way, or you might be destined to repeat the past.
I love how this one's an easier challenge based off of their little system. I'm glad it kind of goes in order of the movies. At the same time, it makes me feel like I have to play it that way, but that's my own personal pet peeve type of thing. Like, it's, it really grinds my gears. Anyways,
So this is where all the excitement happened.
Yes, this is the place.
Simply amazing. And here, we will do it again. In addition to capturing the dinosaurs, which will serve as our foundation, I purchased InGen because I believe in the science. You can reproduce your results, can't you, Dr. Wu?
Of course I can do it. But it's going to take considerable effort and resources to get the science back to where it was.
it's funny how
And
they,
you
like,
will be well
have it
compensated for your
in-game
efforts.
reasoning as to
Of
why
course,
you
I
don't get your
demand
stuff back.
results.
And you will have them.
Neat. Main menu. Because that wasn't necessarily what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it in order, and I thought that the difficulty... So let's do it this order then.
Everyone was so caught up in the moment, so impressed with what they'd accomplished. And then
The ending of the first one.
chaos. A few years later,
The opening of the
dinosaurs
second
made
one.
their presence known again at an island called Site B. Here was where InGen had cloned most of the dinosaurs that would eventually be
It's
transported.
funny, I see this
to
and like the
Jurassic
whole movie
Park.
starts rushing back to
It
me.
was supposed to be secret. If not for human curiosity, it might have remained one. Peter
'Cause the
Ludlow
girl got
was
bit
now in
up.
charge of InGen, tasked with bringing his uncle's vision to life. John Hammond had wanted his precious animals to belong to the world. John sent a team to document the dinosaurs. What we found, to our amazement, was how quickly the dinosaurs had adapted.
Sarah!
They had made the island their own.
Sarah Harding!
Ludlow had the investors. He had secured a location, but
How many Sarahs
he
could there
still
possibly be
needed
out here?
dinosaurs, and now he knew where to get them.
Elvis!
What if chaos
I'm like,
yielded a different
just
outcome?
random quotes. I'm
What if
remembering
Ludlow's
Buck only.
mission was successful, and Jurassic Park San Diego had become a reality.
I wonder how difficult this is actually going to be. We'll probably try and do some save scumming. I mean, I know how to run a park for profit at this point. Like, I kind of get it. It has been a minute since I last played, a couple of weeks, so probably will be a little bit of rust I need to knock off.
That is quite, unimpressive. Say, how long ago was this place abandoned by InGen?
Oh, years. After the incident at our first site. We listened to the concerns, Doctor. That's why Jurassic Park San Diego was put on hold.
Hold. Right, but not canceled. Mr. Thompson.
I
I
believe in
wonder
your work.
how
You
fun
know,
of a character Ian
that's
Malcolm
why
is
I'm
to
here.
play.
Yeah, and I'm here because I believe that I can advise you on how to avoid mistakes made previously.
Understood. I know I can realize the original vision for this park.
I admire your confidence.
I see the layout they want you to take.
I've seen it before.
No power. Okay, so we start with...
Welcome to San Diego, Dr.
Oh, that's right. It
Malcolm.
has like a little bit of a
My
tutorial
name's
type
Lily
thing that takes
Halford.
you through
I'm in
too.
charge of operations, and I must say it's absolutely fantastic that you're
I can
here.
already see
Mr. Thompson
how I'm
wasn't
going to
sure he'd
expand
say
the park
yes.
if need be.
Well, Mr. Thompson doesn't understand chaos or alimony payments, but you know he'll learn, as you will, Lily. It comes with the territory, I suppose.
I'm looking forward to it, I think. Well, as you can see, at the moment, the entire facility is a bit of a mess.
A bit, yeah.
I saw it from the air. Looks even worse from the ground.
When you repair this, construct an operational response
Everything
facility.
has to start somewhere,
Yep.
even when it's starting over. So why don't we begin with the construction of a response facility and take it from there?
It does not really matter where we place it. I'm trying to look and see if there's any pre-placed power, and there's not. As long as we get it into a decent area, it's fine. Trying to see what our build max is in this area. Okay, we don't have too much to work with. So I wonder if this one's going to be a short campaign or not. They have to travel a little bit. Whatever, not a big deal. I think there for now. All right, we have an operational facility.
So I thought we'd get the buildings repaired.
We'll have to put another power thing over here then, I think. Which I'm okay with. Emergency power in 2 different spots, so it's not... Because it only has a 30 power use, so we might as well make do with what we have. We'll have to finish up the fence, it looks like. If not outright needing to be fixed. Gonna get rid of those parts right there because they're like showing brokenness, and I do not like that.
I once heard someone say that Determination is power, and I like that. But let's flip it around. Together, we are determined to power everything. With actual power. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Sounds like I called it from a mile away. And hopefully that'll hit everything we need it to hit over here. I should actually put the backup generator in a different location.
Exciting day. The first dinosaurs are arriving from what remains of our operation on Isla Sorna.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't most of the original site destroyed?
Destroyed, but not abandoned. The assets still belong to InGen, and we're going to leverage them here in our new park.
We're starting with a herbivore. We want to make sure it's well cared for, obviously, so we'll be monitoring its welfare.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
And make sure you can find the nearest exit.
Get these fences repaired. We've got power. We have no research going. We don't have any fossils to start with. Research, however. Do we want to do any research to start with? I don't know if we do. Well, let's get the enclosure done. It's funny how they're doing, like, the way they're doing the elements for the, like, dinosaur outbreak thing. I just like how it's not letting me do what I want to do with the dang road. Alright, that's fully connected. Let's do the same for here. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do the same for here. I was going to say something about it being a bit expensive, but at the same time, I don't think that really matters, if I'm being honest. Probably, now that I'm thinking about it, we should maybe make them more straightaway type thing. Transport the dinosaur over to here.
Transit has commenced. Asset in transit.
We probably gonna need more water, of course.
Confirming asset delivery.
We need the
Delivery complete.
enclosure thing here. Ranger Team 1, add task, assign, and Capture Team 1, add task, assign.
Protection protocol in place.
We don't have a medical facility yet. We have fuel there, we have fuel there. Oh, there is no gate. I mean, that would make a big difference in, you know, whether or not we, can do shit. There, how about now? Can you find a way to get to where you need to go to now? Looks like you can. Let's go. Everybody clap your hands.
Asset has been transported.
As soon as we get a look, we'll be able to see what they need. I know they, I'm thinking they like nut, but I'm not sure if they do or not. Status check imminent. Ground leaf. Ah, okay. Ground leaf and tall leaf we have covered. At least I feel like it's covered. Needs a little... well, it's getting more territory, so it'll gain that open space.
It's really starting to feel like the park is
Compass and
coming
a
together.
Tyrannosaurus
I've already
Rex.
seen one come apart.
All of our safety precautions are in place, Dr. Malcolm.
What?
They have to be with the latest deliveries. We have a small carnivore arriving.
And larger carnivores, too, which are not any kind of cute, if you ask me.
Well, knowing your history with a particular species, Mr. Thompson thought it best not to trouble you with the details.
Oh, yeah, no, I've seen what a T-Rex can do. My therapist and I talk about it all the time. It's an alpha predator, and now you're bringing it here.
That's...
no. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, huh?
Yes. And here's the thing, Thompson. I know what you're doing as well.
We know what we're doing, yeah. You bring a T-Rex this fast, that's fucking insane. That's not enough space, I don't think. I think this might be enough space. Even then, I'm... Ugh. Not that close. That should be more than enough for a T-Rex. Needs a lot of forest. Eight. It's got power over here.
Transporting asset. Commencing asset transit.
We might need 2 live feeders. Maybe not for these guys, compies. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's just get one down for now. Let's get some water.
Asset transported. Asset delivery confirmed.
And we'll have to see what they want in a moment. You're gonna have some traveling to do now. We could do Ranger Team 2. Give me 2 minutes on the T-Rex.
No problem.
Looks like we're gonna have to do research on live feeders for the T-Rex. You can cover this. Faster expedition, cheaper incubation. We could do an expedition, even though we won't have the right person. We don't have an expedition thing, do we? Yeah, we don't have an expedition facility. Is it worth even doing that right now? I don't think it's worth even doing that. Anyways, you need...
Transportation complete.
What? Ground leaf, ground fiber, ground leaf, tall leaf,
Asset has been
tall fiber,
transported.
ground fiber. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Because I like forest. I thought it talked about forest. But we don't have. We have fiber, fruit, nut. Okay, is that a research thing? Or am I just derping out? I think I'm just derping out. Putting you to work, I suppose. That's so weird. Because I would have sworn there were forests. Transport dinosaur.
Asset transportation underway. Transportation underway.
Oh, 2 T-Rexes, did that say?
These species, the T-Rex and the Compsognathus, are central to our success at the park. They'll draw in the crowds. So now that they're here, let's ensure they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm. No. I want like a little crick. Not exactly what I was hoping for. But yeah, sure.
Asset
Little
delivered.
crick. Oh boy. Don't care if it's expensive. There's 2 damn T-Rexes I gotta worry about.
Asset has been delivered.
Dinosaur DNA. There's something so cool about just having a T-Rex running around. Missing sand. It needs a bit more sand, and that's it. The population is just on the cusp of what it needs. That should make them happy. Oh yeah. Makes them real happy. They just need meat. They have no need to hunt. They good on water, sand, open space. Awesome. Waiting for you to do the status check. So this can tell me what I need. What I need to do for the T-Rex, because they need a lot of space, I know that. They need forest. %72% comfortable. Needs more sand. I guess they don't need forest. I thought they needed forest for some reason. Yeah, they should be happy as can be. They got a whole beachfront property thing now. The area's good. I was right about the area they needed. Vehicle under threat, it'll be fine. Prey, 2 out of 2. I get it. Park closed. What? Because the vehicle is under threat, the park automatically closed?
We did it!
This wouldn't have happened without you, Dr. Malcolm.
Hey, I want it on record. I'm not in favor of this park's existence.
But this was John Hammond's dream. Delayed, but not denied.
Open the park. Now, guest
Dr.
comfort.
Malcolm, this facility brings needed stability to InGen's
Yeah,
operations.
that's what we needed.
That's a win for us both.
So it would appear.
And the park is a unique opportunity for our guests.
Or, for the hungry dinosaurs.
Jurassic Park, San Diego. Isn't it something?
Oh, it's something, all right. A living illusion.
Love that. The T-Rex roared. Right at that moment.
As
Damn.
impressive as the park
Dry
is,
lips.
it can always be improved, specifically in the area of guest.
Yeah. So, 50 dinosaur visibility per minute profit. Hmm. Alright, that is a little annoying. Demolish, delete. And then we'll delete you as well. There we go. That's better. Fine, we'll do this first then. Alright. Damn. So we've got all that set up to
Comfort.
hit.
We need to get the numbers up. Who doesn't love a cold drink? And it's a good way to keep up our profits. Keep an eye on the drinks amenity, and the money should flow.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, everyone is at the park for one reason: to see dinosaurs. This is the only place in the world they can, and they want to. That's why you need to increase our dinosaur visibility. Give our guests a view their eyes won't believe.
That's immediately increased the amount of guests. Yeah. We're making a profit, but we're still needing more, like an emergency shelter. Put one over here. I don't think we'll be able to get fully satisfied, unfortunately. You don't have power yet. 30,000 per minute profit from amenities. Alright, and then research. We need to do some research that'll get us more guest comfort. Actually no, we don't need that. The zip line is something that I want to get so fast for our rides. We don't have the people for this. Might need to get a staff center. Staff center. Medical facility and a staff center we need. There we go. The people walking along the path you don't really need to pay too much attention to, because what ends up happening is they end up just visually showing where they're going, even though all you really need to be worried about is the line that they're headed down. Food and then gifting is needed as well. Come on, give me the sweet spot. Thank you. Whoops, did not want to disembark with the entire path. Alright, there we go. So, that, if we look at the map, well, wrong map. If we look at the management view, everything is currently covered. We just need to make sure we keep fuel up. That's expensive, but might as well keep it maxed out. Configure. I mean, the fact that it's not able to please them means we need new amenities things. So we can configure more stuff up.
Two more dinosaurs are inbound, and I need the park ready for their delivery. They'll also require suitable enclosures and support.
So what's the latest addition? to the menu?
Paracephorus
Besides us.
can go into the
A few
herbivores.
herbivores. Simple to manage.
There's nothing simple
They can both
about
possibly
managing
go in here.
dinosaurs.
They can both possibly go in there. Eventually, this will be an enclosure by the hotel. What kind of research do we need to be focused on? We don't have the skill for this, so let's get ourselves another scientist. Someone who has high logistics, I think. 2 across the board. I think we'll get you. And it's a little expensive, but let's refresh it. That's something I wanted to see. A 4 logistics right here. Reduce the cost of research tasks. That's a double whammy right there. We can get the dinosaur acquisition stuff, but I'm not going to be focused on that at all until it tells us to do something like that. Then I'll do the research needed to get all that. There's no way you're going to make me try and do research out of order. At least not right now. These are paths. Cheaper research. And you. And then we'll wait, because I like the idea of having cheaper, 30% cheaper research. The science, like, they'll start paying for themselves at that point. You know? I enjoy this game. It's fun. I like going through the campaign. It kind of gives me memories from the movies, you know? Obviously, it isn't the same thing, but thinking about, like, the 2 separate groups, the one that they helped out the baby T-Rex and the fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex at the end fucked up that RV thing. Knocked the... You want me to get you some burgers as well? The violence and technology, no good, bad fellow, you know? I'm like thinking of the whole movie as I go through and do this. Wonder if I could watch the Jurassic Park movies in order. Oh, yeah, you're trying to attack the Jeep. That's not very good. Oh, that's awesome. You get a nice view of the T-Rex sleeping. That's hella awesome. Good job, T-Rex. Could possibly put something over here. Do some research to get the zip line. I like the zip line's my favorite attraction because we could get it from here to over here, and then vice versa, right? Like we can go another group over here to over here or something like that, and that'll give visibility for all these dinos and possibly the T-Rex thing too. I hope these can go together because it's annoying to deal with it. We can deal with it if we need to, but I'm pretty sure these are both different types of dinos that... I wish it would show us a picture of the dinos. Guest appeal is low. I mean... Okay, that's where it shows us the picture.
Asset being transported. Asset has been collected.
We need medium-sized amenities, and then we could make the adjustment we need. I'm realizing that's why I like trying to go for large immediately. Just get you both knocked on top of it. 30% cheaper to do this. We'll get this, and then we'll replace these buildings. And that should start getting us more of a profit. Alright, we're still making a profit. Hell of a profit, 160 something per month. Still probably need to put some over here, but a medium might do good. I'm gonna put it like over here. We need to get power set up so I don't have to.
Assets in the air.
Anyways, we're going to have to get power set up so I don't have
Things
to
are going as planned.
have
Or
so
it
many
appears.
things set up.
But InGen needs more samples, so we're returning to traditional paleontology.
A simpler time, when the science was digging bones out of the ground instead of bringing them to life.
I've given Ms. Halford the requirements.
We've got to increase guest count.
Of course. Oh, of course.
And then build an expedition center so we can send out teams to get new genome samples, which will give us more species diversity.
That's sensible, I guess.
This should help our park rating, which we want to increase.
Well, that's, ambitious.
And that should lead to greater profits.
So predictable.
Yep.
See, there's some patterns in the universe that defy the laws of chaos by being so obvious. And the so-called bottom line is one of the shining stars. That's what caused the original park to collapse.
Waiting for this
Hubris
research to be done to
and
see if I can do
greed.
the other power.
Your
Research
concern
needed.
is noted, Dr. Malcolm, but InGen needs to recover its losses, and this park is helping that cause. We've learned from our mistakes.
I fear that what you've learned is that, like a phoenix, InGen has risen from the ashes of disaster, which means you think you can do so again.
Power. This person is always going to be doing research, always. 140, nice, 30% lower, I wonder. Okay, so that'll give us... small power station increased output. We need to get a 3-star rating, though, at that point. Anyways, this will give us the ability to make substations and stuff like that, a power station, and we could get rid of our emergency things. Well, not really get rid of them, but just have them on standby.
Delivery has been completed.
I guess we could also go out on an expedition. Like I said, well, I'm only going to do that when it starts telling me to. Struthomimus is such a nice dino to work with. Faster expeditions. Start that task. And just let you do your work for 2 minutes. And then we'll just chill. I love how there's a speed up function that I never use when playing this game. Just because of how, like, I probably should do like 2 speed at the very least. We can do 3, fuck it. Nothing else is going on. We're waiting for research. We're waiting for other stuff to go on. So we might as well chill here or whatever we're doing. I would like to go until we finish this mission. If it takes us another hour to do so, cool. If it takes us 30 minutes to finish this, then we'll probably... that's a threat. That's kind of annoying, but not that big of a deal. We have improved power now, so let's make a small power station that gives us 60 units of power. Again, it doesn't really matter where we place it because of the fact that we are... we need to do a path, but we can easily put it over here. Power substation. No. disconnect all these now. And that should be all of it connected. And then the path to actually make the power properly go. Which we can literally just do that. The fact that that didn't help congestion at all is insane to me. Like, a lot of people wanting to go to that hotel. Next research we can do. The widest paths. Yeah, we actually need to do this. I think we need to do all the scientists. We can't. The irony of having these people do research to be able to train themselves and then to train them in order to do the research to get the tier 3 paths. We can do medium-sized amenities at this point. All right. We'll do that for now. So it's at the peak. And I think the same for this. Vehicle under threat. Yeah, the T-Rex, whatever. It'll be fine. Pachycephalosaurus. All right. All right. Everybody's satisfied. Everything's covered. Undiagnosed ailment. Are you doing your job, dude? You're not. Can you diagnose the ailment, please? Oh, wrong person. Don't tell me you can't make it there, jackass. Let's view the expedition map and send out one more expedition if we can. Oh, that site's just complete. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get more from the Struthamimus. Yeah, we'll put 2 on it to make the duration a little bit quicker as well. And then we'll do our genome fossils. Make some money selling these. Let's wait to get more so we have a fully stocked up thing. Get more bang for our buck for 10. Or even 9. And that's only 7. So we're missing 3 potential slots. Rabies? Direct control. If I'm not mistaken. Oop, whoops. We can now do rabies medication. We'll have to put that other scientist on rest as soon as we can. But yeah, now we can medicate that some bitch with the rabies meds. Also back to 3 speed. Management view. We need more over here, I feel. Another one has rabies, I'm assuming. Oh, shit. They're not completely satisfied. So it's probably not that. It's missing ground nut. Alright. You're completely satisfied. Let's go for that ground nut then, yeah? Alright, you're good. You're good. Your open space, yeah, just a little hairy on the open space. And you're missing open space. You also want... Well, I can do something like this then. Because you have half the open space that you apparently need. That'll eventually get them the open space that they need. Rabies. We have the cure for it now at this point, or at least we should. Medicate. Awesome. The Struthamimuses should be fine to throw in there at the same... That's kind of annoying. The helicopter's already going out. Alright. We should be good now. Well, good. Congratulations, you just caused us to need...
You might not think the dinosaurs feel stressed.
Upgraded.
But you'd be wrong. Their mental state is affected by a number of things.
Hello? What's the helicopter doing? You need to trank out this dude. I'm also going to assign you to Ranger Post 5. But you need to trank out that dude. Like, what are you doing?
Predators, environment, diet. Stress can also lead to other problems, so I'd keep a close eye on your dinosaurs if I were you.
I delayed just a little bit too long, and that caused us some issues. So here's my question. Your comfort's now at max because you have the space that you need.
Asset transportation underway.
You're good. And you're good.
Confirming asset delivery.
I wonder how much of profit we're making right now. Triceratops also will work. We need to look at our scientists and put some on rest. You can go on rest. And you can go on rest. Then we'll put you on an expedition, then put you on rest. Oh, we don't have enough for the Triceratops in this point. In that case, we could train those two. It makes them so much more expensive. But we should be good if we increase it by 2, it would be enough, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather have you ready. I'd rather wait to train them for as long as possible. I do need to train 2 of them, I think. Our main researchers, I suppose, I'll train. We're almost making the profit we need to make. Vehicle under threat should be fine. Yeah, it should just be the T-Rexes. We need more guest amenities, I believe. Is this a small I'm getting? Yeah. I think I can do it this way. I mean, this is nothing yet, so I could make adjustments. Kind of ruined the perfectly round path that they had before, but whatever. Now we'll do the amenities thing, the guest things, and we'll do medium-sized ones. Might have to put another substation down. trying to think of what the best way to go would be. That's not the best, but whatever. I need more research done. We're almost ready for them to be done resting, and we can do more research. We are at 200 profit per minute. So we're making bank as long as we just chill as we are. We have everything covered now. We just need to make sure we set these up properly. The configuration. Oh, really? There we go. We'll be getting some of these types of guests soon. Do that, and then maybe we can do this. Yeah. So we should start making a profit now. Or at least we'll have a higher chance to make a profit when we get more guests in this area. Alright. Everyone's satisfied. Let's see if we can do the let's do the training on our main researchers, and then we'll go from there. So you and you, I suppose, will be our main two for that, which will allow us to train you in the logistics and you in logistics. So that should give us what we need there for research and expedition. We'll do research first. And the research I wanted to get was... Oh, we have busy staff. Upgraded fence, I suppose. We'll do this for you just to get it going and go from there. Try and go for large hotels, I suppose, and replace our small hotel with a large one. A little bit finicky, but I think our bigger hotel over here would be a good idea too. Oh, the research I wanted was for zip lines. So waiting for 30 seconds. Well, 3 times faster, so 10 seconds I think it basically is in this case, instead of 30. What do we got? Hey, the Shuttle Minus is now viable. And it's 75% too. Hell yeah. We'll have to get an incubator and all that set up. Which is kind of annoying now that I think about it. Cheaper research, and we'll just slap you down to get it done with. And we'll put the other scientist on rest so we don't have to worry about them freaking out. I'm freaking out, man! Go rest. That's complete. Let's get the zip lines going. If we can. Which is a attraction. We need to get this done, so cheaper research, just do the research. Probably could have put more people on it to make it faster, but the prerequisite for this is tour rides. Let's see what they like for management, like how's management looking. Restrooms. We probably need restrooms over here, yeah. Forgot about that. And probably another shelter. Slap shelter down over here. And a restroom over here. Does that cover us for everything for the restroom? I kind of doubt it. Yeah. Well, that's kind of annoying. Trying to think what the hell I could put in this area for dinosaur attractions, and I don't actually think much. That should be us then, right? Restrooms are good. Shelter could be doing better over here, so we need one over... Well, we don't need one over here, but I want to put one over here. Because if we make sure everybody's happy, then more people will show up, and if more people show up, that means we make more money. There we go. Because if you look at the breakdown, it'll actually tell you how many tickets. 33 tickets unsold, right? And you could kind of see where your unsold tickets are coming from. Yeah, okay. So, because they're out of view, because we can't see them, that's pissing people off. But we can fix that problem. Vehicle under threat, like always, whenever it goes check on the T-Rexes. And then the remote viewing galleries are really good too. So maybe we could go for these two. Yeah, go for those two researchers at the same time so we could get the remote viewing gallery. Because I think that's a nice thing to pop down over here for the more visibility for the T-Rexes. And the zip lines we're probably going to have mainly for this area over here. And we're going to get more herbivores down if we can. Alright, I see what I need to do then. Boom. Alright. We can synthesize a Struthomymus, which I'm going to do with a 92%. I'm not going to modify genome, no reason to. Cheaper and faster incubation. 31% survival rate. We've only got 4 viable eggs. Might have to do another batch of Struthomymus. Skittish. They might need more water. They are going so fast. Hopefully they don't need much. They need water,
We need to
ground
acquire
leaf,
more land.
open space.
Ooh, that sounds all kinds of concerning.
We're
Are you happy
outgrowing our
socially with
current
4?
facility size. Success breeds expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're
I
happy
gotta
with 4.
caution against biting off more than you can chew, which isn't a problem for the dinosaurs.
Ground leaf's over
but is a recurring
here.
issue for
You'll
humanity.
get there eventually.
I think it'll be all right, Dr. Malcolm. The state of California has approved the permit. They're as excited by Jurassic Park San Diego's success as we are.
There are a few requirements.
Yes, as one would expect.
Damn,
And,
that actually
I'm
knocked it
one
down from 2
who
million to
would
1.4.
expect.
We'll need to purchase the land, but then we should be good to go.
Good to go. Where? You know, that's always been one of the issues with this type of
Where?
paleontology, hasn't it? Not where we are, but where we're headed. Because that's where you find chaos, waiting, patiently.
How about now? The Struthomymus is starting to get happy because they're getting their ground leaf. Ground leaf's over here. Yeah, they're good. They'll be fine. We are making a heck of a profit right now. Do we have zip lines?
Species count is a measure of how the park is doing and how you are doing. We're making solid progress, but we still need more dinosaurs. One way we can get there is by increasing a dinosaur's genome percentage. See that our scientists are focused on making it happen. Don't forget to check in with the Expedition Center. It should be a beehive of activity, and there's always opportunity to be found. Of course, we want everyone to come visit the dinosaurs, but we also want to track specific guest types that can affect our ratings. Remember to stay focused on our park rating for continued success.
Gotta wait until we actually get the thing connected so I can try and get the zip line going. Let's actually do something like this. The place is off. That has fucked up some of your space. Yes, it has, but I knew I had some to spare. Add zipline connection. Boom. And then we could double up the zip lines. I like doing that. Oh, a storm's coming. Oh no. We'll have to get a main thoroughfare thing set up. What happened? Oh, we need more power. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's storm power outage. Never mind. Literally just waiting. Okay, so the storm's done. We got our power back? We got our power back. Okay. There we go. So, an injury. No ailment. Alright. So zipline the first setup. Does that change things? No, but it requires us to have a shelter over here. Restrooms and shops are good. Shops are still good. We're gonna fuck up that in a minute with the research that we're about to do. That's gonna give us large motels. Or hotels, I should say. You're gonna be freaking out, man. But we kind of need you on this one, Chief. Chief Researcher. Too bad there's not a Chief Researcher you could give somebody. Hmm. I love how I have to reconfigure. Basically, just add more stuff. Change some things around. And resatisfy everybody. Alright. I'm assuming, yep, the same for you. That's on the cusp. There's no green and whatever. Like there's no base screen or whatever. We'll do a fossil display, sure, why not? Your configuration's good. Your configuration is not the best. Alright. So, that's given us a hell of a good profit, I'd say, across the board now. Increased our profit by... I mean, we've kind of been at 239 profit across the board for a minute. Another hotel would help us out. Or, like I said, you know, replacing this one with a large hotel. Come on. I love how long it takes to disassemble something in this game. Boom. And another hotel for over here might be what we need. Or over here. Because they'll see some dinosaurs over there. They'll see some over here. We've got 2 hotels. That should increase the amount of not desks. Increase the amount of guests that we get. 2 more dinosaurs. We got the Triceratops. We should be getting on the way by doing some extraction stuff. Well, let's get some scientists on rest, first of all. And I might put you on rest as well, even though you're technically ready to go for another job. We'll just get you all done, ready to go. We're covered for the most part. We need a restroom over here. And a shelter over here. Guests. Restroom. And then shelter. Alright, that should cover shelter, restroom. Most guests are ending up over here. We need another set of zip lines going the opposite direction. Well, we don't need them, but I kind of want zip lines. I want a zip line from, like, over here to over here, and a zip line from over here to over here. That might require more people. Like, let's see how many guests we're getting. No guest issues. We can have 500 guests because of the motels, right? A 1,000 guests and provide close distance time. So we can have 2,000. Unless the park needs to be physically bigger. Insufficient skill. We need to get people training in order to increase scientist limit by 1. That could help us. Might as well get this as well. Was there specific research that I wanted? I don't know. I do know that we are making progress on this mission. Oh, we also need to send more expeditions out to get the Triceratops DNA. Dinosaur DNA! We'll just send everybody because we have to. 400k. Kind of expensive. As for bones, do we have any? No, not yet. That doesn't make any sense at all, if I'm being honest. Because I went to go pick up Triceratops and I guess we didn't. How long do you got to live for? 66, and we have 22 right now, so we're a third away from this thing dying on us, and that would be problematic for the mission, so... Well, we're not really on a timer. We're kind of on a timer. Ooh, nice. Hopefully that'll get us viable DNA relatively quickly. And we can get ourselves some trikes in the park. I'm gonna look at what we need for the research for this again. We need 16. And 2 mil. Scientist limit 4. Let's see if we have a scientist that has a large thing. A large logistics level. 5 is pretty good. I think we might get that individual with the 5 logistics. Yeah. They're expensive, but I think worthwhile to pick. That gives us 10. We don't have enough still, so we need to recruit somebody who like another one who has a high logistics. When I say high logistics, I'm talking like somebody who has, they're probably pictures. They could be real people. I don't know if this is actually their real names. It could be the dev team photographs from them. A lot of the time, games like this have a tendency to do stuff like that. I think it's just randomized, and the picture might be a dev member or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. Also, greetings and good day, Zon Keith. How are you doing today? I guess we could hire you, then you're trained level 3, though. So, I guess we'll pick you up instead, then. Alright. We have staff improvements, too, we can do for research-wise now. But yeah, I'm doing the campaign, the Chaos campaign. I'm doing campaign number 2 right now. I figured, every once in a while, I'll do a campaign mission to start with for the stream, or to end the stream, depending on how I'm feeling. Because in about an hour from now, I'm probably going to switch, well, not probably, I'm definitely going to be switching over to a little bit of just chatting for a few minutes before I go over and play Devil May Cry 2. We do need that trike DNA, though, up to viable level. Anyone else for Triceratops? Not really. Make it a little bit faster as well. But yeah, they could be real people in the world of Jurassic World as well. Because I know, like, and I say real people in quotation marks, they could be like references to characters from Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. Right? You don't really pay attention to the names of minor characters. So, if they were to show up in something like this, it would kind of make some sense. We're viable. Let's go. I guess we could do this to fill up. We need to put you on rest. Just put you on that job. It'll take a little bit longer, but I'm also going to put it on 1 speed, and I'm going to save it and let the game run in the background. Right? I'm going to save it under the Chaos Theory save. Sure, my game, it doesn't matter. I'm going to step away for a minute and just kind of have this view of the park. Right? Since nothing else should be going on, I'm going to play a couple minutes of ads, and unless something drastic happens that requires me to reload the save that I just did, we'll continue when I return. So I'm going to play these ads, and I'll be back momentarily. Alright. Well, it looks like nothing went bad. We did lose, almost have no supplies for fuel. Okay. I mean, I can't... We just made profit the entire time. We're selling every ticket we can. Path capacity. That's what causes them to be more guests. Because we can have up to, I think it's 2,000 people? Where the hell are paths at? Infrastructure? Okay, now it's kind of interesting. Where the hell? It's not part of this, is it? No, it's not. Okay, just making sure. Uh... There it is. Okay, we need some more dinosaur DNA. Specifically, some Triceratops DNA. We can't do any more there. We're not touching the Velociraptors yet. I'll send some over here. You'll be pissed off, but whatever. No big deal. Now, fossils, and then we'll drop some trikes out, I think. Or get ready to. We'll go to 3-speed as well. I like picking out, like, views, how you said beautiful view. I'll be honest, I like being able to, like, pinpoint a good viewpoint. And I think if, like, I might want to try and set something up for fun and have, like, maybe a day we'll just have dinosaurs fight each other, see what happens there. I also need to increase park path size. That's like the only issue that, yeah, we have right now. A bit of crowding issues over here, which makes sense. We can kind of separate it a little bit. Maybe get rid of some of that overcrowding. Alright. 86%. Let's put you on rest, the other dude who's disgruntled right now. Yeah, they're complaining about overcrowding. That's the only issue we have right now. But, hilariously enough, that gets rid of all that problem, or if not all of it, a good portion of it. I think it also technically gives us a bit more to work with when it comes to guests. I wonder if it works more on a percentile. This is me wasting money, basically, but I do wonder if it runs on a percentile. Now, my question... Could we get a dinosaur in there? Amphitheater. We need to get something in here. Oh my god, only 2? Weak and aggressive. Hell of a combo. I think we'll only do you. Can we synthesize another one? No, they're busy. Let's put you on rust. Think we'll be able to finish up with this mission before we end up losing any of our other dinos. Oh. Crap. Let's not let our dinos eat from infected food sources. Are you dealing with that? Disinfect that feeder immediately. Kind of more important than anything else right now. Well, that actually, the pylon screws us then. We'd have to build it around, and I don't want to do that. Well, we got every researcher available, I do believe, so in that case, let's see if we can get ourselves, that doesn't really matter to me. Scientist rest time. Anyways, we need to check power in a minute. I wanted to do guest attractions. I wanted to do this, and we gotta go bada bing, bada boom. And that gives us the 1.4 mil expense. But for viewing platforms like that, where's the power missing from? Ah. The pylon's not feeding power into something over here. We have 41 minutes of power. Whatever. Well. Oh. Okay, so a little bit on food, drinks, and that. Hmm. I mean, it's literally size, so we would need large at this point. We need large amenities at this point. And we replace, if we can, the donuts. Might have to move the restroom. Hopefully no one was using that at the time, otherwise they would, you know, kind of explode. Well, you'll be a little bit upset after this, but it is what it is. I want to release those dinos at the right times so they don't have a population issue. We don't have anybody available, I just realized. All we needed is 2 more dinosaur species and we're good to go. And then our final thing for guests, of course, large and gifts. And then we can configure relatively easily. We need green and red. All right. I mean, stick with the donuts. Go for that. Replace donuts with gourmet steaks. And the aquarium. Alright. That should cover most everything at this point. Yeah. Replacing these shops over here will probably make sure we're covered for quite some time. It's funny the way that this works. Isn't it, like, based on... Like, there is some positioning that matters. But the people moving around is literally just more visual than anything, from what I've gathered. Need some pathing. Turn off, replace. And then, boom. Also, that works. Sometimes some of this configuration stuff, like the configuration, the way that you set this stuff up, like it doesn't actually matter what you're selling as long as you're hitting what you want to be hitting. Some of it's a little bit over excessive, but you can like change the coloration of it and stuff. I know when we do our, like when we actually have our main park, I do want to have like a main park. Oh shit, viable, nice. We'll keep these 3. And then we'll have to put most people on rest. Let's put most of them on rest now. Alright. And then everybody else that needs it can go on it. When that incubation is done, we'll release the trikes. Should not have to wait long. I guess you then? And you. It'll start making a profit when it needs to, because they're new. Oh, storms are brewing. Lovely. We've got some problems immediately to worry about. Power outage because of the storm. An injury because of the storm. Surface wounds because of the sandstorm. It makes sense, But it is wild. That actually will hurt the dinosaurs. Alright. Release. And release. And now, we go to the expedition map, well, fossils, to make any profit on selling these. We could do some Dryosaurs. I'll do that to max out stuff. Let's see if we can do another expedition as well for Dryosaurs. Sure, those two, send them out there. Should be good enough. Getting to 3 ratings. Not very difficult. Yeah, I think we're good. Could put velociraptors in here, I guess. That seems like a very dumb idea. I kind of am starting to like this idea. Like, this amphitheater can give me the opportunity to potentially make that the fight ring. For whenever we do our, like, our special streams of this game in the future. Again, the visualization of the people is inaccurate to the actual traversal points. We could put another zip line down. No, we couldn't because of the power. I do find it funny that we have to keep these a little bit filled up. Takes 2 minutes, though, in order for us to basically get the money that we need to replace it, right? Yeah, not even a minute at this point with how much we're bringing in profit-wise. We just need one more dinosaur. The Dryosaur. Because we have Struthamimuses, right? Yeah, we've got 4, we've got that. We get this mission done in like 2 seconds as soon as we get the viable DNA. Fence broke. Well, I don't like to see that. At all. The Triceratops is pissed off because it's missing ground fiber. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Put ground fiber over here then. Immediately tell our... That's the arrival point. Needed to shrink you. Where is our Jeep at? Nope, that's right. Don't. Come on. There we go.
Action request received.
This fence is broken as well. Awesome. It would be fine if I was paying attention to shit, but I was not paying attention. So they got pissed off because they didn't have any ground fiber.
Assets in the air. Heading to collect the asset.
Which makes sense. Losing a little bit of money here, but
Asset
alright,
delivery
we're good.
Asset transportation in progress. Commencing asset transit.
You better now? You better now that you got the damn ground fiber you need? No, you don't have it. What you need a bit more.
Delivery complete. Asset transportation complete.
How about now, you pieces of shit? We need to get the dinosaur DNA. Dinosaur DNA! From these fossils. That'll definitely give us a new dinosaur species. And I don't think this will be the final mission, but it will probably be relatively close to being the final mission. Because mind you, we can expand over here, but we're not going to. Lack of space. I mean, the lack of space they can be complaining about in only one area is Zipline 3. That's it. Almost ready for synthesizing this dinosaur. Okay. Only 75. And let's get you on it and make a 34% increase in time. Batch size of 6. So we might lose 2. They have less defense, doesn't matter. Ground fiber, ground leaf. We don't have ground leaf for them, I don't think. Hopefully they'll be happy with a population of 3.
I'm seeing new land that's available to build on. We can expand the park. Really make it something.
What's funny is we really don't need to expand the park yet. Expensive. So they probably want us to do one more thing. Unless there's another park expansion. Looks like that's the final park expansion. Keyword, looks like. Doesn't mean it is. But all I really want to do is focus on what the objectives are and accomplishing the objectives and then moving on from there. I wonder if there's a way to disable HUD. Like, being able to look at the dinosaurs from afar is awesome. Also, I'm playing 3 speed as much as I possibly can when I notice I'm not in 3 speed. That's like, once I start to pick up a game like this, you kind of play in 3 speed constantly. We need 2 more species of dinosaurs. We need okay, this we can get actually relatively easily. If I'm being honest, we might have to do a little bit of research to unlock dinosaur bone stuff. But we might have a different set of dinosaurs, herbivores for the other area. Sure, you. Now, what do we got for DNA? These, I don't know if they work well with the other dinos.
Jurassic Park San Diego. We really did bring it back from the brink.
And the dinosaurs back from beyond it.
There's still more to do
Yep.
if we're to see the facility at its peak. More land should help.
I would think that more guests and more dinosaurs with a greater variety of species would work as well.
Correct. Let's get our park rating up across the board. What do you think, Dr. Malcolm?
Well, you know, Thomas Edison once said that just because something doesn't go as planned doesn't mean that it's useless. And when it comes to Jurassic Park, that has surprisingly turned out to be true for now. So perhaps what's been achieved in San Diego is a tribute to those who would never leave the island. A painful and tragic legacy, but one that would be the foundation of a world forever changed by resurrecting its past and then turning it into theme park attractions. The fact that no one could have predicted that dinosaurs and humans would breathe the same air gives me pause. And it also makes me smile.
Alright. We are almost done with this rapidly expanding enclosure. This will be like the major attraction type thing, right? We'll put in the not a park tour thing, but oh, they don't have it for this. That makes sense. We do different viewers. We could split this in half. Now that I'm looking at that, I kind of like that. We haven't utilized most of the space like we could, because we can definitely, like, put a thing down here. Alright, so that should definitely be more than enough for power. Substation. We'll need this here anyways because of what we're gonna place. We're gonna place like food and stuff like that over here. So there we go. This will allow us to hatch carnivores too. Let's get some more dinosaur fossils extraction going. Ooh, hopefully that'll be viable. 42%, not really. How much profit are we making per minute? Almost 400k per minute, yeah. We need... What do we need? Expedition. Bot got bop. Have to put some of our employees on rest. An ankylosaurid and a stegosaurid. We can place down, I think. Ankylosaurid. Ankylosaurid. Ankylosaurid and stegosaurid, it looks like we can do. Is this extraction? Minute and a half. Let's hit it all. You'll go on rest, because you need to now. Ugh. This might be the last thing we need to do for this chaos campaign. But I could definitely see where the expansion could come from if need be. We'll drop the ankylosaurid at the very least in here. Let's get you rested. And same for you. And you know what? Drop you off to get a rest as well. I want to do something with the amphitheater, I think. %. We got 58 on the other. Ooh, nice. And it'll be perfect because we can put this last scientist that's about to wig out on rest. We'll need one more dinosaur. And realistically, I don't think we need to worry about actually using our expansion points. At least not yet. Waiting for this fossil extraction, which will be done in 20 seconds. Ba 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 ba. I'm loving it. But the goal is always to try and beat one of these campaigns in a part. Right? I've done nothing and my profit's grown. Yeah, I've not spent money for a month and my profit's grown by 6%. New viable genome, 64%. This is an ankylosaur. Weak and thirsty. I might do 2 sections of this if I can. It's a 7. I don't have... Unless we can put 3 down. And even then we don't have enough. That's fine. 4. So we're going to have to do 2 batches unless we get a third. This is from the T-Rex. Yep. Have to get T-Rex stuff just in case, I think. Still from the T-Rex. Oh, this is gonna take a minute. Even at 3 times speed, it feels like it's taking forever. That's gonna take about 40 seconds, 45 seconds to do. Again, I'm trying not to train my scientists because that could cost a lot of money, just having your scientists trained up. I see what they... Okay, that's what they mean when they say overcrowding. There's not really much I can do to mitigate that, though. Except place another... zip line. Actually, I kind of want to see if I can get more DNA before we do another group. Alright. I'll take it. Let's get that going. That'll only take another 40 seconds and boom, we're good to go. I do want to do another expedition as well while I'm thinking about it. You know what? No. We want the research, actually. Yeah, stegosaurids. So we can get some of them set up and ready to hatch, and that'll give us the dinosaurs, and probably the... It'll give us everything we need, I think. It'll give us the star rating increase. It might be a little bit pissed off, but as long as we complete the mission, it doesn't really matter at that point. Almost ready. Waiting for you to go over. Come on, 20 seconds left. Well, technically a third of that. If it goes by 3 times speed. 69%, nice. What do you need? Open space, ground nut, ground leaf, ground fruit. Fruit and nut. We have leaf and fiber, but we don't have fruit. This gives ground fiber. That should be good. Missing tall leaf. Open space. Tall leaf. More tall leaf, a little bit more open space. Alright. I'll make that adjustment back in a minute. All right. That gives us a bit more space. As much as I hate doing that, that connects those. Are you doing your job? No, you are not. I might unassign. Okay. That gives us a bit more space for these guys. Over here. Yeah, and then we'll put some more tall leaf over here. Avian pox in park, yeah, we're trying to deal with it. Infection. We don't want any of that. Quarantine all dinosaurs with avian pox for 60 seconds. Got another one that just got avian pox, by the way.
being transported.
Alright, we'll need to
Asset
set
has
that
been
place up for
collected.
them. I'll ignore needy. Antisocial is like area need growth, chance to socialize, and more dominance. Environmental needs. Yeah. I think that's fine. Those are the 4 that we'll use. Hell yeah. We'll have to put you on rest when we get back.
Transporting asset.
Now, have we done the 60 seconds needed? No, we've not. Technically, they all have to be in the same spot first and foremost. What do you need for
Confirming
needs?
asset delivery. Asset
You
transportation
need water
complete.
and ground leaf. Yep. Research complete. Well, in that case, might as well, you know what? I'm gonna take all these off. And just, if I need to do it directly, I will. We'll medicate these 3. Then after we medicate them, we'll be, oh, you can't get in there. How about now? Can you get in there now? Yeah, you can. Low health? Yeah. Well, about to medicate them. They'll be fine. Almost ready to hatch. And now we can take the capture team. And knock all of them out so we can bring them back. Lack of space. I do not care. Need another zip line. Hopefully they'll be happy. They'll get scanned anyway in a minute here.
Picking up asset. En route to collect the asset. Asset
All right.
requiring collection.
We need one more dinosaur. That'll give us a bunch. Gives us 60%. I want to go on another expedition for more of that. We can't, because everyone else is resting, so they're busy. Let's go back to 3 speed.
Transportation underway. Asset in transit.
Well,
Delivery complete. Asset has been delivered.
I guess we could just do something like this. See if that'll get us more pathing if need be. Because I think what I want to do, go to attractions. I suppose we could always do my tried and true method of literally just opposite ends. Immediately made that. Because the idea is they go here first, and then they can go there. So there's some back and forth traversal. I always like having that. Another storm's coming in after we just made anything. What is our thing looking like? 110 tickets unsold. Appeal 49%. One dinosaur is not visible. Where the hell? Okay, yeah, you are good. Gotta wait for the storm to be done with. Then we could tell medical units to go out and medicate who need it. 2 stars because of the storm. It'll go back up to 3, easy. Expedition. Let that go. Really? Why are there not that many guests stopping here? Need attractions to bring them over here, but they're already over here. I don't know. That is also a mistake I need to rectify immediately if I am going to put any dinosaurs over here if need be. Okay. That'll give us a little bit of room to put down path if need be. Yeah, we have 3.5 stars. We just need to increase our income per minute. Add more dinosaurs. Gets another 25% right there. Hell yeah. Let's do some research on a carnivore number 4, maybe? No, we don't have enough for that. We need more science. Basically just need more science. Which makes sense. So, research in order to get our training up, I suppose, at this point. Increase scientist limit, training. Alright. Okay. Again. I'm gonna move the backup generator. Over to here. I'm gonna move this area over to here. See if placement will actually matter here. It did, apparently. Alright. It's hilarious how much of a difference that actually made. What if I changed it from books to, like... No. Leisure wear. Sure. Lack of space, huh? Not really much I can do about that for over here, in all honesty. I keep forgetting to make sure I stay with the fossils. Oh yeah, hell yeah. That gives us more than enough DNA to make it 100% good. I don't know if it should give us the 4-star, because I know we've had, like, maybe one more carnivore, which I'll put over here, now that I think about it. I kind of like that idea. Actually, something like this. Now I guess what we can do for expeditions is we can do an expedition that's going to give us a bigger carnivore. I don't want to fuck with velociraptors. We don't have the research points. We would have to train up our scientists to get a bit more genetic stuff going on. I think I'll do that. Max you out on genetics as well, and give you some more genetics training. There we go. Okay. I'll actually train you more into welfare, just in case it's needed. Alright. Now. Research. Carnivores. Carnivores 4. %34% duration reduction. Love to see it. That also let's synthesize you. Well, they're short-lived. Let's modify that genome to not get that as soon as we get our scientists back in a couple of moments. Vehicle under threat once again by the T-Rex. No surprise to anybody. What if I move you over here? What does that do? Alright. We technically have covered what we need covered. We're almost at 4 stars. We got our people back, so let's synthesize the modified genome. I don't want short-lived. I hate short-lived. If we can even modify it. Sure. %63% survival rate? So we might have to double up. Oh, no, 3 eggs. Sure. Open space. They don't really have a lot of here. I might have to send them over here. 72% open space for their territory. You have that similar amount of open space. I can technically do a little bit more over here. Let's just release. We've got our 40 dinosaurs. Now we just need to get our star rating increased, and that shouldn't be that difficult at all. We get an attraction. We do research to get an attraction, if we can. Missing ground fruit. I'm gonna let them do their thing first. I dislike when it doesn't let you look to see if they're, like, lonely or what. Here we go. Ugh. No ground fruit yet. They'll eventually get there. Alright, let's get our expedition done. Or not expedition done, but get what we can for our big ones. I mean... in that case, we'll go for you then. We have to use you, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, whatever. 800k. Oh, we got 36 million. I love that when we just look away for a little bit and we just make ridiculous profit. Upkeep's going up a little bit, profit hasn't gone up, and income is still relatively the same. Scientist wages at 132k. That's why. That's pretty expensive. What would... we can do something like that, because we are probably going to put something over here soon. But the amphitheater is soon ready for big guys. Hopefully. Oh, I also go to 3-speed. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer part. It might make the Devil May Cry part shorter as a result. Or we might have to... well, whatever. We'll figure it out. It's not that big of a deal. I want to finish up this objective before we really, you know, swap over, because it wouldn't make sense in my mind to not get our thing. Classic luxury. I don't think it matters. We almost got the Higama beds excavation done. Honestly, I could probably take every single one of the streams that I do of this game and condense it down to probably one short little highlight if I wanted to do that. And it would primarily just be the campaign and like me hitting all the objectives, starting and ending all the objectives. But I'm not really concerned about any of that right yet. I'll put everybody on rest, screw it. Costly, but eh. And it will reduce the amount of time it takes, or not reduce the amount, but it'll require us to literally just sit here on our hands doing nothing for a minute. Not exactly a minute, but we're close. We just need to make more profit. Honestly, some sort of attraction over here. Or... Ooh, I know. We could do zip lines over here and do food stuff over here, too. Because we're getting ready for a fight has begun. Well, this is our first fight. Is there any reason as to why? Oh, you don't like them. 83% cohabitation issue. Annoying. Very annoying. Well, that's gonna come to our profits a little bit, but let's hit the fucking shelters. Did that mess anything else up? No. Reopen the shelters. It's funny how I have to keep these filled up.
Transit has commenced. Asset transported.
Research and then do research on upgrading fencing. And then get the fencing that we need for this. And then we could just get the last of the fencing, then upgrade it to max. So we won't really have to worry about that often. Even if there is a cohabitation issue. The cohabitation issue between these assholes are unhappy with the Chunkosauruses. Where are the Chunkosauruses? Is that literally the only... Yo, you don't like the Triceratops. And you don't have enough space. So the Chunkosauruses need to get knocked the fuck out. CHN. Alright, so that should be all 3 of the CHNs. And we're going to have to move them over to here, I think. Um, research is almost done.
Asset collection request received. Asset to be collected. Picking up asset. Asset in transit.
Okay, research. Fossils. Oh, nice. Let's get another expedition going to get more of that. Or we could get it all right off the rip. Okay. Research. Need 18. Might as well try and get the rest of the stegosaurids that we need. Do that too for cheaper research.
Commencing asset transit. Asset
Is
has been
there-
transported.
Mm-mm.
Asset delivered. Delivery has been completed.
Alright. No power, huh? Okay. So food isn't covered here, but hey, I did say I was going to do something for that. So let's upgrade the roads. Makes it look good. Let us get these fossils done. I mean, it makes it viable. You need ground fruit, and you like. Okay. Pachyscephalosaurids, hadrosaurid, ornithosaurid thing, ankyliid Okay, that's fine. Then you need fruit. Actually, now that I think about it. Something like that, and get rid of most of this. And see what that does for them. Alright, they're good. Hmm. One to four. Trying to think what we want. Like dinosaur wise. I mean, we need to do more research. Get some Gallimimuses down, I guess. Again, cheaper research as well. They're busy. I'm hoping that that alone is gonna bring us what we need. I'm gonna need to put, like, food and stuff over here, I think. Something like that. Really, no power. Now we got power. Okay. Now let's get this, Succomimus ready to go. Is there anything we want to modify? Thirsty and antisocial. We can't make any adjustments. Desert biome penalty, that's why. Cheaper, faster. Four batch size, expected survival 63, so 2, 3 might survive. Regardless, I'm gonna place them in here. At least get this all replaced up. Oh, I keep forgetting. I forget that it doesn't build when you build. Okay. There we go. I forget that that happens. No power because we don't have... What? Oh no, why we got a dead dinosaur? Died of old age. What? The compies? Fuck. The compies are dying of old age. That's bad. Because we don't really have the replacements ready. Okay. Uh, that gives us the power that we need. Alright. Oh, all four are viable. Thirsty. I guess we'll do that. Oh, their bit staff's busy. 4 million it's gonna cost us, but that's fine.
Asset transportation in progress.
It's almost powered up. And boom. They're not really a threat as long as I do this the right way. I wish it would, like, without having to be torn down, get built back up just as fast. Our rating is having an effect right now. This is something that I know about because of the dinosaur threat. They're not really a threat, but it causes a panic in the park. So the people there freak out. And a storm's coming in, so that's viable. Alright. Well, we almost got it. $4.6 mil. That's expensive. But that'll hopefully cause our rating to get bumped up a little bit. We also need to, I mean, they're not making that much of a profit, but more people should be coming over here at some point soon. We do need to make sure that the guests are configured properly. Regular steak, sure, why not? Actually, can I do something that's like, no, not really. It's gonna be expensive. expensive to maintain, but as long as we can get satisfaction up to 100%, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter because we're making buku. Red and green. Alright. For now, that should be good. That's funny. Park rating went down just because we didn't have access to this viewing dome. Release via airlift. Hopefully this is enough space.
En route to pick up the asset.
Water. They're gonna need a lot of it.
Assets in the air.
Can I not?
Transportation
Can't.
complete.
Okay, that's a shame. We have an entrance area here. We need to get this fuel generator resupplied. The compies, we need to actually send more people out to replace those. Nice. Nice on the money, I guess. Holy shit. Okay. And then we need to get our medical scans up here. Or less medical. Oh, is that a T-Rex that's dead? Motherfucker. Okay. Ranger Team 1. Let's get Ranger Team 1 set up. The fact that we need to get a T-Rex now sucks. Because we're out of compies, we're out of T-Rex, our park rating's going to fall as a result. We'll have to get new shit set up. You're lonely.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Your comfort's at 70. You need
Transportation
fish
underway.
and sand.
Asset transportation underway. Transportation complete.
Missing fish. I know there's a research that we could get. Yeah, we need that. Those people will be a little bit disgruntled, but whatever. I love how this takes longer than you would anticipate it would. Hey, we got viable genome for the compies, but I'm not quite yet ready to hit them. We'll have to wait for the expedition because we got to put a lot of people on rest soon. The research in order to get a fish feeder. Perfect. Expedition, I suppose? Oh, we don't have the means to do most of those expeditions, it looks like. Might as well drop you two there. Complete genome on the Triceratops, love to see it. We got people that are resting. Okay. Expensive, but... Jesus, feels so inefficient. Whatever, I don't care. It's taking more money out of our profit margin, unfortunately. But we're still making a profit, so I don't care. Because I can literally just step away, and the park will run itself, basically. Maybe that'll start making a profit soon. That comfort should be maxed out. Do they like anyone? Baranox and Scavengers. Baranox and Scavengers. Interesting. Are Troodon Scavengers? The giant Spinosaurus things are actually alright with the other group. Let's go for the giant Spinosauruses. They work well with the other group, and I'm thinking we might as well hit them up. You've been filled up. Oh. Ranger Team 1. Assign a new post. And that new post is this post because we're about to put more dinos here. The giant Spinosaurus is going here. We almost had that 4-star weight rating. You dislike everything due to the aggressive trait. That kind of sucks for you. You aren't both aggressive, are you? Baranox. They are aggressive. So, that sucks. Not that big of a deal because the appeal should be fairly high, yeah. A 1917 appeal.
This part of the job is never easy.
We've lost
We have a
another
deceased animal
copy.
in the park.
Not demolish. Transport.
We need to get the carcass removed as soon as...
16 minutes of fuel. That should mitigate
Possible. If we don't,
the
we run
issue
the risk
then.
of disease spreading.
Transporting asset.
That's a waste. Whatever. Whatever. I'll let you get disgruntled. The other T-Rex went? No, the other compy. The compy? 63? I kind of want it to be higher than 63. Do the compies like anything? Everything. Really? Dislike for them. Unless they're... No, nope. So we could put compies in here. See what happens. I love how my power system is, like, not... For whatever reason. That'll make it go faster. Like, we are just at 9, which is causing a rating issue. Baranoxes we could put in here.
Has commenced.
I'm thinking about whether or not we want to. As I was, I mean, mind you, it all adds up to a fair amount, but I was hoping. You know what? Let's try and get a couple of the... Where are they? I thought they're 68%. Let's get a couple of these bad boys. Thirsty, short-lived, and antisocial. Two to survive. Maybe set 5. Everybody can rest. Okay. Taking. It's just that last little bit we need to. 5 survived. Researchers or whatever necessary for this yet. So we're in the waiting game. Gigantosaurus, right? Yeah, it's like your older cousin. We can also hit the copies, I guess. Short-lived, modified genome. I don't like short-lived. The only genome I'll modify, if it's short-lived, I'll like save, assign. This is giving 75% survival, so we should get a nice group. They should potentially put the compies in with because they don't technically dislike. They do like and the sauropods. We can put different sauropods down in a minute. Saurus is dead. Shit.
Collecting.
Kind of gotta wait for this to go over. The compies, the giant Spinosauruses. Spinosauruses can go over here. Action for. No, we don't. Alright.
En route to collect the asset.
No idea.
Commencing asset transit.
Pachycephalosaurus. We need to get those again. I need to do the research. We do. We need more science.
It has commenced. Asset transportation in progress. Task received. Asset in transit. In the air. Asset has been transported.
You're missing ground leaf? I mean, you're getting ground leaf as your territory expands. So I think... Yeah, they'll get their territory bumped up.
Asset has been collected.
It should be coming very soon. Restroom coverage. Yep. That'll help us get our 4-star rating, hilariously enough, because we'll sell more tickets. Restroom coverage is now complete. Shelter coverage is not. Shelter coverage better, not complete. Alright. 83% you're saying.
Asset B.
Crazy how much power we've needed.
Asset delivery confirmed.
There we go. We almost got our 4th star.
Asset transportation underway.
Come on, give me the 4th star.
Asset being transported.
We need more grain.
Confirming asset delivery.
Red and green.
Transporting asset. Asset delivered.
Alright. Probably cut into our profit a bit, but I want satisfaction higher to bring more people for more tickets. We could do another hotel. We got one there. Oh, complete. There we go. We're done. That's it. At the 4-hour duration marker. Alright. We did about 15-20 minutes of just chatting, and it probably took a couple minutes to get started, so this is a 3.5-hour part for you, YouTube. We did it. Our final tally at 4 stars is a 307 profit per minute, increase of 18% on last month.
Asset in transit.
You know, we're raking in money. Biggest issues I know that could reduce the cost is a lot of the upkeep, right? Because we have as many substations as we do, that's more upkeep.
Transportation underway.
Right? And doing this is making me learn for the future, for when I do eventually decide to, like... Because I do kind of like the idea of having a game to go to every random day, and, like, just chill with. This is kind of a good Monday game for outdated YouTube blog things, so it's on the list. But we have 4 more campaigns to do, so there's probably going to be 4 more streams of this at the very least. And we're going to be going from there. However, we're going to take a little bit of a just chatting pause for Twitch, and then switch over to Devil May Cry. I'll even do a Blue Sky post and message on the Discord that I'm switching over to Devil May Cry. But yeah, I'm pleased with that mission completion. I'm gonna save it just in case under my game again, and then we're going to exit to main menu because we've completed campaign 1 and campaign 2 now. All we have is campaign 3, 4, 5, and 6 to accomplish, and then we're done with the chaos mode stuff. We could do the challenge stuff, but I don't know if I like the challenge stuff. We'll see if I decide to make a thing of it or not. Devil May Cry 2 will be probably like an hour and a half of Devil May Cry 2 just to get the start of it. We'll see. But more than likely in the future, we'll probably do some sandbox mode stuff. Maybe I'll look into mods. Maybe I'll look into the DLC. What kind of DLC do they got? They have the collection pack, secret species, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 DLCs. I'm not worried about any of the DLC, however. I'm more wanting to just get done with the Chaos Theory stuff, and then maybe we'll do the challenges. I'll see, though. Anyways, that is going to be it for me for you, YouTube. For those that are watching on Twitch, if you're going to stick around, like I said, we're going to do some just chatting for like 20 minutes and then move on to Devil May Cry 2. I'm going to do like a 3-minute pause where I step away for a second. I'll put on some music and stuff like that. But anyways, YouTube, if you're new here and you haven't already, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to ! links like so and all that. What else, YouTube? Oh, invite links to the community Discord. We can always get the most accurate notifications whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour, or as long as I'm going to be late, as well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom. Whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. Appreciate y'all, YouTube. And make sure to catch me when I... Oh, by the way, I'm going to try and change this up if this doesn't end up on a highlight video. If you enjoyed YouTube, make sure to catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT, Friday through Monday. I think I already said that, but whatever. Appreciate y'all. Till next time, take care, and have a good one.